welcome back. You may be wondering, hey, this is not your usual setup. I know, because we're in the kitchen and we're doing something different today. I'm super excited because I'm going to take you guys along with a bake with me. And I haven't done this before, so we're gonna see how this goes. So today we're gonna be making gluten-free chocolate chip cookies, and they're also gonna be dairy-free as well. So with this, I'm gonna show you my ingredients I'm gonna be using today. I also have my iPad here. I'm gonna be looking down at the recipe, so let's do that. So first off, before you get started with baking or anything, you're gonna wash your hands. So you wash your hands and make sure everything around you is clean. You have like your mixer and your bowls and spatulas and everything that you need readily available, okay? So first off, what we're gonna use today, so the flour we're gonna be using, since it is gluten-free, is this flour right here. It's a gluten-free all-purpose flour. And it is from Divided Sunset. And I have recently found this brand. I actually really like it a lot. It is a one-for-one substitute for your conventional flour, like the regular flour that you may use with other baking. You can use that, but the essential piece of this is going to be this gluten-free flour right here, okay? So we're going to be using that. Also for the butter, since it is going to be dairy-free, we're going to be using Earth Balance. So here's that right there. So Earth Balance is a great butter to use as a substitute for non-dairy baking or cooking and things like that. So this is the organic whipped kind right here, and it is vegan and non-GMO. So there you go. All right, so that is the butter. We are going to be using Enjoy Life mini chips, and they're right there. These are super good. I love these. I use them in all my baking when I do chocolate things. For the sugar, we're just gonna be using some regular organic sugar right here. And for brown sugar, we have just the regular sugar because I forgot to get the other one. So, and we're just gonna have salt, regular salt, and we have our baking soda right here and baking powder. They're both from Trader Joe's. These are really great brands from Trader Joe's. Also, using pure vanilla extract here. This is not the usual kind I get, but this is what I have in the store because there's shortages on everything everywhere right now. So we're gonna get started. So what we do first, we have to combine all of our like wet ingredients, okay? We're gonna add the butter, the sugars, the vanilla, and also the salt in our mixer. And this is my handy dandy KitchenAid mixer that I love. I got it for a birthday gift a couple years ago, and I love this thing so much. And it comes in handy with everything. I will put the recipe in the description below of what I use. I'm actually going to be making a lot of cookies today, so I'm making about 3 dozen cookies. If you don't want to make that many, you can always pare it down, just cut everything in half, and yeah, just do that. So first off, we're going to measure our butter, and I'm going to be using this to measure the butter, just a measuring glass, and this is the Earth Balance right here. So I'm gonna open this up because it's a new package. And it says this recipe, we need 1 cup of butter. So we're just gonna scoop some of this out of here, put it in there. We're gonna measure about 1 cup, like about. And you want your butter to be like room temperature. You don't want it to be like too cold or too like soupy, because you want to have it, at room temperature, so it will, incorporate well into the mixture. So if it's too cold, the cookies will not rise well and things like that. So you want to make sure that your butter has been sitting out before you get started with that. Okay, so this is about 1 cup of butter here. It's the Earth Balance. Remember that name. Let me make sure my bowl. Yes, my bowl is on there. There you go. So we're going to put that in there, into my mixer, like that. And then we are going to add our sugar. So for the sugars, we need 1 cup of brown sugar and 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. For this recipe, the brown sugar gives the cookies its color. Since it's, just regular chocolate chip cookies, we need that golden, crispy brown, flavor and look of the cookies. And also the sugar, just sweetness. So we're gonna add the brown sugar first. So here we go. I'm gonna open this up if I can. It's always hard to open things. There we go. So we're gonna this is a half a cup I'm using right now. That's a scooper. So when you scoop it out, make sure it's level. So everything's level there. So you're gonna put 1/2 cup there, and then you're gonna do one more. Make sure it's really packed in there. Firmly packed. So that's what the recipe calls for. So you're gonna make sure it's, oh, that's not level. Make sure it's level and firmly packed. So we got the brown sugar down. So next we're gonna add our regular sugar. I'm gonna open this because it's new. Wait, let's open it again. I love these little resealable packages, and sometimes it can be like hard to open, you know? So the recipe calls for 1/2 cup of sugar. Okay, here we go. 1/2 cup of sugar. And you're gonna make sure that is firmly packed as well. Wow. Okay, wait. It doesn't want to. Just gonna make sure that's level in there. Try not to make a mess. Okay. 1/2 cup of sugar. Put that in there. Boom. Boom. Pow. Alright, what's the next thing we have to add? The next thing we have to add is the vanilla and the salt. So I didn't give a specific amount for the vanilla, so we are just going to do, I always do like a teaspoon or so of vanilla, you know, because it just gives everything like the extra, you know? So again, I should have opened all this stuff, guys. Okay, alright, here we go. We are going to just do 1 teaspoon of vanilla, because we have a significant amount of cookies. I may add a little bit more later. We'll see. So we got the vanilla down, and also we just need 1 teaspoon of salt, and this is just regular iodized salt. I usually use like sea salt if I can, or Himalayan pink salt, but I would have to grind that, and it's just a lot. So I'm just gonna use this for today. So we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt. And make sure that is level when you put it in the mixture. Okay, now all the wet ingredients are combined except for the eggs. So we're gonna beat this. We're gonna beat this for a minute so it can kind of get incorporated before we add the eggs. Okay, so you just have to put this little attachment on there. Just put these today. Here we go. Make sure it's locked and loaded. And here we go. So I just mixed that for about a minute or so. So now you're gonna get your eggs. So for this recipe, you need 2 eggs. And I use brown eggs. It's just my personal preference. I just love them for myself, and they're organic as well. So just my little eggies here. I'll show you. But okay, so it's 2 large eggs for this. So we're just gonna crack it, and we're gonna mix at the same time though. So we're gonna put it on a low stir. One egg down. Just incorporate that a bit. Okay. And now we can do our other one. And make sure you use a spatula as well to kind of scrape down the sides of the stand mixer, because sometimes, you know, everything does not get incorporated. It gets on the side, so you just have to make sure you mix those and just stir again. So now we're going to add our dry ingredients. So the dry ingredients include the flour, the baking soda, the baking powder. So we're going to do that right now. So for this recipe, it actually called for something called xanthan gum, but this flour is why I love it, because it already has it in there. You don't have to add it extra. But if you do not have xanthan gum in your gluten-free flour already, you can always buy it. You can buy it separately. We're going to add our flours and our baking soda and baking powder to the mix. We're actually going to scoop it into a bowl first before we actually put it together in the mixture. It just it helps when you're trying to combine everything together, so it won't be like a big mess. So So that's 1 cup there, 2 cups, and we're gonna get our 1/3 cup, which is the purple one. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna add our baking soda and baking powder. So for both of these, we just need 1 teaspoon, so that's very easy. Also make sure it's level. So that's 1 teaspoon of the baking powder. Okay, so we have those added. So we're just gonna mix those just a little bit together in the bowl just so they can be incorporated. And now what we're gonna do, we're going to slowly add them to the mixture that we already mixed before, okay? So we're just gonna add it 1 spoon at a time. Try not to make a mess because the flour likes to poof out when you use your mixer, but just do 1 scoop at a time, okay? So start the mixture at a low speed because you're gonna incorporate it slowly, okay? So that's looking pretty good. So now we are going to add our last but most important item, which is the chocolate chips. So for this recipe, it calls for 2 cups of chocolate chips. So I'm just gonna kind of add them. I love chocolate, y'all. I'm gonna do 2 cups of these chocolate chips here, which is like basically the whole bag. But I'm gonna. It's not quite 2 cups, but it'll work. So we're gonna add that to here. So the chocolate chips are added. So now if you wanna add like a little something extra, you can add some pecans. I love to have pecans in my cookies, or pecans, almonds, or anything really that you want. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of pecans to this mixture. And they're chopped pecans as well. So just to give it some more texture, just a little bit. So now we're gonna mix those all together. I may add like a splash of more vanilla, just for good measure. There we go. Let's mix again. Okay, so this is looking really good, guys. This is looking very great, actually. So I'm gonna show you. We have to take our little attachment off here. Take it off there. I'm gonna scrape this bad boy. And once your dough, you see how it's kind of hanging? You don't want it super like soupy or anything. You kind of want it to be kind of firm-ish, but not too thick as well. You want it like a good cookie dough, you know? So also make sure you don't eat the cookie dough because there is raw egg in here as well. So you don't want to do that. This is what it's looking like. It looks so good. And guys, this is gluten-free and dairy-free. So we already preheated our oven to 350 degrees, and you're just gonna have a cookie sheet that you're gonna use, just any plain cookie sheet. I like to use parchment paper just to have easier clean up later, or you can always grease the pan if you prefer to do that as well. But we are going to scoop this mixture in on the pan, and we're gonna pop it in the oven. So I like to use my measuring spoon. Just a tablespoon like that. Just roll them. That. And put them on the pan. And you're just gonna keep repeating until you fill up your pan. So we got everything added on the cookie sheet. Here are the cookies on the cookie sheet. You see how I kind of spaced them out because you want to give room for the cookies to expand in the oven. Okay, so now we're going to pop them in the oven. Okay, so I just popped those in the oven. They're at 350 degrees and we're gonna bake those for about 10 minutes. You don't wanna bake them too long because then they'll be hard. So we'll be back when they are ready to come out. Hey guys, we're back. So the cookies have been baking for about 10 minutes or so. So I just took them out the oven and look pretty good. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick. So here is the finished product. And here are your cookies, guys. Very simple, very easy, and they look great. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this so much. I have quite a bit of dough left. So I'm gonna be baking cookies until this dough right here is gone. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I had such a fun time today, and look for more videos. If you like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share it. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Bye guys.